let me put that question to Rahul Mehra.
Let's be objective.
That this time Modi was not the option. People had to choose between Harshvardhan and Kejriwal, and they decided. Now, is it, and your opinion poll, Yogendra Yadav's opinion poll shows there's a massive overlap between the AAP voter and the BJP voter. So there's a high possibility that people who voted Kejriwal in the assembly elections, the general elections, can vote for Modi. That's the reality according to your own opinion poll, Rahul Mehra.
Rahul, first of all, we have a presence everywhere in India. We are spread out to 319 districts amongst 22 states. So to say that we don't have a presence would be slightly off the mark. But coming to your question, Rahul, I don't know. We are not aspiring, overnight to do certain things. But yes, we understand that there is a certain sense, there is a certain mood in the country, and we are an alternative which people are looking forward to. There was always
your answers, Rahul Mehra, very vague and very generic. I'm asking you a specific question. You aren't addressing it. No, I will not allow you to come up with wishy-washy responses. The question is specific, and it is this. Yogendra Yadav's own opinion poll conducted for the Aam Aadmi Party shows there is a massive overlap between the AAP voter in Delhi and the BJP voter nationally, which basically means that you're a creation of the same phenomena. How will you be able to counter that to emerge as an alternative to Modi? Answer just this question, Rahul.
Rahul, first of all, I was just coming to that. If you have some patience.
No, time is limited. You must come to the point immediately. You can't take up a minute to get to the point. Answer the question that you're being asked, Rahul.
A whole set of people who are operatives of Aam Aadmi Party have been telling me, "Niche Kejriwal, upar Modi."
You've asked me a question. Allow me.
All through. Okay. All through, they are saying.
Let Rahul answer it.
यहाँ पे केजरीवाल, वहाँ तो हम Modi
I'm asking him the same question. I'm asking him the same question. Just respond to the question, Rahul.
Yes. So it was not a triangular contest, Rahul. How can we assume this particular thing at the national context? And also Narendra Modi was very much relevant and part of this election. You know, in the last 2 weeks what has happened, how many places he went, how he spread his wings, how many rallies he gathered. You have covered a number of those rallies. To say and to discount that Narendra Modi was not a factor, I think would be running away from the truth. Number two, it is going to be a triangular fight again, and people are going to have the option. And I don't believe that those very people who have now decided in Delhi by splitting their votes two-way will probably not do the same when we go pan-India. What are the numbers, or what is this the psychology or the other data that you have, analytical data, to prove it otherwise, that what has happened in Delhi
put that question.
Rahul, nobody is addressing this. In this wave, we win 5 Lok Sabhas. They win 2 Lok Sabhas, and then we'll be decimated.
No, but Siddhartha Varadarajan,
that is your data. I don't agree with your data.
For Kejriwal, it was not an election for Modi, it was a Kejriwal election. In that, they win only 2 Lok Sabhas, we win 5, and yet we'll be decimated. I mean,
but
what logic are we talking about?
Siddhartha Varadarajan, the reality of Indian politics is voters do not like to waste their votes. One by one, please, otherwise it's a fish market, makes no sense. Voters, Siddhartha, don't like to waste their vote. They know. Even Rahul Mehra admits the difficulty in putting together a strong campaign in the time that is left. 543 constituencies. It's not possible to have a full-fledged pan-India general election campaign. Voters want, if they want to vote the Congress out, as you're suggesting, then why would they waste their vote on Arvind Kejriwal, who they know at best will have a presence only in the urban pockets and cannot possibly be Prime Minister? Siddhartha Varadarajan.
Well, see, I think a lot depends on the way in which Aam Aadmi Party strategizes from here. I think they were very, I think it was quite brilliant of them to put all their eggs in the Delhi basket in these 4 state elections, these 5 state elections. And people who were hesitating to vote for the Aam Aadmi Party because of precisely what you're saying, that will this vote be a wasted vote, I think that hesitation, that last minute hesitation probably cost the Aam Aadmi Party 5 to 8 extra seats in Delhi. When Delhi goes to the polls again, I believe that mistake will not happen. People will say no. If we, Aam Aadmi has proved itself to be winnable, and I think voters in other urban centres, wherever the Aam Aadmi Party expects to put up a good showing, are also going to feel that yes, here is a party. And don't forget, it's now. And here the larger question, that yes, people want the Congress to go. But what do you replace the Congress party with? Now, if you go back and say...
Rahul, this election is not only about Congress. You have to understand, you have 80 seats in UP where Congress does not exist. You have 40 seats in Bihar where Congress does not exist. We are fighting SP and BSP. There we are fighting JDU.
Look,
the pan-Indian image is not Congress and BJP.
Okay, let Siddhartha Varadarajan complete his argument, then I'll get quick final comments. Siddharth, please.
I mean, really, let's analyze it realistically.
The panic with which Mr. Mittal... The panic with which Mr. Mittal is jumping in every second tells us a lot about the real sense of anxiety that the BJP obviously feels. Now, the fact is that people want alternative politics, and they look at the NDA record and they say there was ample corruption then, there was violence, there was insecurity, there was a kind of a vote bank politics that was pursued by the NDA or the BJP-led NDA. The Aam Aadmi Party represents something that is new and refreshing. They've moved away from identity politics.
Also.
There is no salience of caste and religion in the way in which, when you listen to the speeches of Kejriwal or other Aam Aadmi Party leaders, there is no attacking any section of the population or community. They're talking about real issues that concern.
Okay, that's an old debate. Shiv Viswanathan, to conclude, is this just a possibility that excites social scientists like you and journalists? Or do you believe this is a realistic possibility which will be a factor in the next general elections?
Social scientists don't get excited so quickly. They're a very sedate lot. I am excited because of the kind of effervescence this alters. If this is something new, and the new has now become a set of realistic possibilities. If you said 6 months ago, I'm talking nonsense, I agree. Today, the nonsensical is surreally new. Kejriwal is a national possibility, and at a time when people want the new, not just the disappearance of the old, there's a switch now. It's not the question of the Congress, it's the search for the new and what is convincingly new and refreshing. That Kejriwal scores.
I just want to say in conclusion that I know from the highest sources in the Bharatiya Janata Party that Narendra Modi and others in the party's senior leadership are concerned about the damage that Arvind Kejriwal can do to Modi's campaign nationally. They're meeting to discuss that just now. Also meeting to discuss what happens
I have
in
first-hand
Delhi.
information.
I also have first-hand
information. That's not the discussion. The
anyway,
discussion is, should we form a government in Delhi or should we not
that
form
is
a
also
government?
part of the discussion. They're also looking at what happens to Kejriwal if he were to expand nationally.
No, that's not the subject.
We can argue about our sources a little later.
You have sources, I'm privy to it.